Oh, man. Really? Oh, karma. Is that how we're going to play before an international break? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. That was one of the most outrageous games I've ever watched in my life. I mean, the penalties, it was insane, right? I mean, both times the referee thought Adley was diving, and then VAR, rightfully so, both times reversed the decision, gave the penalties. You can't blame the referee for this loss. You can blame Julian Nagelsmann for being a crack at it. That's really who you blame. We're playing a back three against Leverkusen. They're playing a back four. What do we look like? We look like the team coming to town to defend. Julian Nagelsmann needs to realize this. Benjamin Pavard is a purple patch player. He's someone you play in a moment where maybe you need that defensive option. But why don't we just play a back four and let Leverkusen have to defend us? Like, we're supposed to be the attacking team here. This isn't it's not an even matchup. The team we started with, without Kingsley Coman, without Jamal Musiala, without Matisse Del, Serge Gnabry, we still have better players than them. This front two with Thomas Muller and Sadio Mane. Mane is washed up, man. And the sad thing is we're paying him $70 million for the next 3-4 years, however long he's here. Mane used us. I'm not going to lie. He used us. He lied. He lied on his resume. We thought he was some dribbling good winger. No, I never thought so. I told you guys when we signed Mane, he would have not been an option if we had to sign a winger. And I was trying to find out who we were picking. We only signed Mane because we needed a big name after losing Lewandowski. And that's exactly why he's here. Mane's a stinky footballer. He made 2 passes today. 30-something minutes in, and this dude had 0 touches. What about talking about 24? I think he had 5 touches, but 0 passes, which means every touch was him losing the ball. Every header, every pass just went to the opposition. Mane is I can't single him out, but our entire attack today was terrible. Thomas Muller and Mane, 2 hideous twins, doing their Timo Werner impression. They both stunk it out. Kimmich and Goretzka in midfield couldn't really control the game. I mean, I'm annoyed, man. I'm annoyed that we're conceding 2 penalties in the same game. 6 penalties in the Bundesliga conceded this season. That's a 46-year high. We haven't conceded that many penalties in a single season for 46 years. Why is that happening? Because our defenders are getting isolated with this back three. De Ligt's getting drawn out, which means Upa has to be the last man. If we play a back four, it's more structured. Alphonso Davies is a better left back than he is a right wing back. He's not solely attacking. We need his recoveries, his recovering runs to. It works better with a back four, man. We're not. Just why all this experimenting, man? We were playing so well in a back three, a back four, and then PSG happens, and Nagelsmann says, let's change the system. This isn't PSG. We're playing Leverkusen. We can play our back four. I can understand playing a back three against PSG, having one extra man to, make sure Mbappe isn't doing crazy things. But Upamecano in that middle position, it doesn't work. Let's just play normal. De Ligt is a better left center back than he is a better left-sided center back in a back three. Upamecano is a better right center back than he is in a middle back three. I'm tired of it. Tired. Pavard is getting accommodated by us playing the system. That's who's really benefiting here. If Pavard isn't good enough to start over Upamecano or De Ligt, then he deserves to be on the bench. Not, us twisting our team to fit him in. I'm annoyed. Cancelo, god damn, bro. This guy, he didn't play that bad. He wasn't the worst player on the field, but we're misusing him clearly, right? We have to be misusing him. I'm not sure why Matisse Tell didn't start over Mane because Tell is he's going to be a better footballer than Mane in the future. And even now, I feel more safe with Tell on the ball than Mane. He completes passes. What's better about Mane currently that Matisse Tell doesn't have? Matisse Tell is a better finisher. He's a better striker, better in the air, hold up play. What's Mane better at than Tell right now? Like, be honest. So I would have started Tell. I mean, I guess he was tired from not playing. Maybe I don't know. He had to train with the injured players because he was tired. I don't know why Mazraoui isn't being worked into the team. I think the goal is to get him back in to the mix of things before the international break. But I'll be honest, Leverkusen weren't great. They didn't have to be. They just needed 2 penalties that were rightfully pens. Like, we're out here committing fouls in the box. It's a penalty. It's so dumb. You know, a record high in 46 years of penalties in a single season. I don't even know if penalties were invented before 46 years, 47 years ago. Maybe they were invented in 1930, 80 something. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's crazy. Mr. Pizza Panda with the big super chat. All right, big super chat right there. All right, I don't understand why isn't the board pressuring Noodles Man to play a back 4. If noobs like us can see the flaws of Noodle Man's back 3, quite sure board folks like Khan would be seeing it as well. And that's, you would think that's a reality, but for some reason our board, they're going to back Nagelsmann because he's getting results. But we shouldn't be in a title race. We should be way above Dortmund. We should be. Dortmund aren't great. I mean, they're getting results, but they're not great. Should have beat them in their stadium. We aren't playing perfect. We're struggling to play out of the back. God, sometimes I just want Pep Guardiola back. Pep's a crackhead, but at least he's a crackhead like he insists on his team playing out of the back. Why doesn't Julian Nagelsmann tell his players, don't go long every 2 seconds? We lose the ball so much. We let teams have the ball so much. It's getting irritating. Leverkusen aren't a technically high-level team that we should be letting them press us. I'm sorry, but I trust Kimmich in tight spaces. Or sometimes he annoys me with, things that they're just falling down in the box, and it could be, referees could see that as just you diving, and then, you might concede. But I'm so tired of us making 2 passes at the back, right? Sommer goes to De Ligt. De Ligt goes to Sommer. Upamecano takes it, sends it out wide to Pavard, and then Pavard sends it back, and then Sommer is under pressure. He goes long. Why don't we take that risk? Because playing out of the back, look at the goal we scored with Sané doing all that movement. It was actually playing through the lines, playing out of the back, and then Sané sends it to Cancelo, who crosses it in, and then, laid off to Kimmich, and then it's a goal. That's how playing out of the back benefits you, because it opens a team up, it opens space. But when you go long, it's a 50-50 every time. Even if you have the tallest striker in the world, you got a Weghorst, bro, it's a 50-50. It's a header. I am tired of it. Why can't we play out of the back to save our lives? We have the technical players to do it. We have a center back like Upamecano who can pick out anyone from any position on the field. Why can't we send Kimmich instead of him, like why can't we do what City do? Like, you'll get Ederson gets the ball, sends it to Diaz. Diaz keeps it, draws the pressure, sends it back to Ederson. A midfielder, whether it's Gundogan or Rodri, comes in and then just does a first-time pass out wide to the fullback who's kind of inverted, and then the midfielder moves out wide, and De Bruyne is here, and next thing you know, City carved through you. I want us to play out of the back like Man City, but be direct when we need to. We don't have to be direct every 2 seconds. Upamecano's trying these long balls all the time. Kimmich's trying the long balls all the time. Why can't we stay patient and pick moments where we want to be intense? If it's 0-0, I can understand being direct, right? But when we score, we need to slow it down. take the sting out of the game. We need to have a 5-minute period, 10-minute, 15-minute period where we have 70%, 80% possession, just keeping that ball moving, right? And frustrate them. That's how you really piss off an opponent. You frustrate them by having the ball so damn much. Oh, Nagelsmann needs to stay. Of course, Nagelsmann needs to stay. I'm frustrated with just the game today because he could have easily won us this game by just doing normal things, but he's a crackhead, like Pep. They overthink things. So I think we need a striker. That's one thing I notice. I think Choupo-Moting isn't always going to be performing at that level. Look, whatever you think of Choupo and his ability level, he adds a lot to our team. Right? He gives us hold-up play. The modern game, I don't care how people try to act like, you don't need a striker. You can have 4 wingers. Nope, you need a striker. Even Pep realized that. Brought in Haaland, who isn't, a pure, hold-up play striker, but he's still a target man to hit. We need, I don't care if it's Osimhen or I prefer Harry Kane because he just fits our style of play. And hopefully he comes with, the shambolic performances at Spurs so far this season. No, man, we need a striker, someone that's capable of hold-up play, linking play, bringing in his teammates, getting back on a center back and pinning them back. Someone you can go long with. The amount of long balls we hit and don't have a striker, have Mane. Muller's not a hold-up man. He's tall. He's 6'1", but come on, that's like he would lose a header to Lisandro Martinez easily. I wouldn't even bat an eye that Lisandro would win the header against Muller. So Muller's never going to be a hold-up striker. So why are we going long with Mane up top? Mane's like, he's Kevin Hart's height, man. It's crazy. Someone's missing Lewandowski. No, we're not. Sorry. I think we scored more goals. It's funny because you'll get one bad result. Everyone reacts especially because look at the climate, right? We're playing City in 2-3 weeks. So everyone's just kind of, tense. But we'll probably come back from the international break, beat Dortmund at home, by the way. We're playing them at home because it's an important game. We have the mentality. We'll easily, I'm not scared. I'm not moved by Dortmund. We'll beat Dortmund and then we'll move in, beat the next team, beat Freiburg in the Pokal twice in the Bundesliga, pick up 3 wins in a row, 4 wins in a row, whatever it is, go into the City game with confidence, right? This sucks because it's an international break. We don't get to see the team for, basically, 2 weeks, right? So it's kind of like, you had to lose. We could have drew the game, and then it's the fashion that it happened. So we're all frustrated. It's fine, but this isn't like a result to look too deep into because we have losses in our game, right? We will lose games in freak nature. Penalties, 2 penalties. When does that happen in a game? We're not going to concede no 2 pens against Man City. Upamecano is going to be laser focused. Don't think Pavard's starting that game. Hopefully not. Because if he does, we are going to be in trouble for playing a back 3 against City. We defend better in a back 4. We are opposite of all these clubs that play back 3. We defend better playing a back 4 because our players are used to it. The philosophy of this club, the way they were built in the youth academy, was to play a back 4. We ain't Chelsea where we just have a luxury of, talented. We do have talented center backs, but they're talented they're like complete center backs. De Ligt is a complete center back. Apart from sometimes making odd passes, he can play by himself at the back if he needs to. Upamecano is the same. We don't have, a liability center back who needs a partner. Like, we have perfect center backs. We can play them in a back 4, and they can defend really well in the back 4, right? We played against Barcelona. It wasn't a back 3. You guys remember? We had Mazraoui here. We had Upamecano and De Ligt and Davies, right, for both legs. We didn't need to go, we didn't need a back 3. It was Barcelona, a tough team to play, who are, honestly, I think if they didn't have that Champions League curse that we put upon them, They really could be in a semifinal. I imagine Barcelona could beat a lot of the teams still left in the Champions League now. I think they go toe to toe with Napoli. I think they probably beat AC Milan. They beat Benfica, right? And look how we played against Barcelona, both legs. We didn't need a back three. We just played a back four, and we defended better. They opened us up for the first half, but it has more to do with how well they really came to, they set themselves up. And we opened ourselves up by being incapable of playing out of the back. We just did not try to keep the ball under pressure. We have to do better, man. We have to do better with playing out of the back. Nagelsmann substitutions. It's kind of weird that he said Musiala, he was overworked, like the workload. So that's why he just tried to keep him cool. And maybe he was going to bring him on, but then he brings him on second half. So I'm just there like, if he was fit enough to play 45 or almost 50 minutes with added time, he was probably fit enough to start and get taken off at halftime. I'd rather have Musiala with an ACL strain than Mane, losing balls, man. I'm sorry, losing more balls than Bruce. It's crazy. It was just an accident. Let's hope the following match will be fine. I don't understand why you think I'm the one that needs to chill, because I'm sitting here saying this is a freak result, but I'm pissed because Nagelsmann, once again, is experimenting where he doesn't need to. We don't need to be playing a back three against Leverkusen. Why are we doing that? We need a back four, and we need to keep the ball when it's not like I'm saying something obscene. Will everyone in here agree that we would rather go long and potentially lose the ball than play out of the back? And would you agree that it is important for Bayern to play out of the back, because we will have the ball most games, and it's important for us to learn to play out of the back, learn to play under that pressure, those pressing teams, because if we don't, we will make our games really hard for ourselves. Like, is that a hard thing I'm saying? Am I saying something obscene? Am I sitting here saying, oh, we just can never learn it because we have shown how we can play out of the back, but we're not doing it every game because the manager's saying, hey, go direct. Of course he's saying it because those players are doing it. He's happy with that. And that's how we play even when we win. Against PSG, we let them have the ball when we really shouldn't have. We made it harder on ourselves because then Mbappe comes on. They already have the ball. They're in momentum, and Mbappe almost scores at the Parc des Princes. If that game ends 1-1, it's a different story in the Allianz Arena. Luckily, Mbappe's goal was offside, but guess what? It all comes from our inability to just keep the ball for long periods of time and take the sting out of games. When your opponent feels like, I'm chasing shadows, I'm losing, they give up, right? They start giving up and then opening themselves up, making mistakes. And we're not doing that. We're not letting teams make mistakes because we just give them the ball, and all our games are just these basketball games. It's like, yeah, literally basketball. It's like up and down, transition. It's Nagelsmann's system. It worked well at Leipzig, but he's at Bayern now. He did it really well in his first season. Nagelsmann adapted his game to this possession system. It was really working. And then for some reason, we lost to Villarreal, and maybe he thought to himself, we can never have a game where we have the ball. So he just wanted every game to be transitional. But you can learn from just moments in games where, yeah, it needs to be transitional. It needs to be chaotic, because chaos is where the goals take place. It's never when everything's organized, both teams are doing, their tactics. That's never where goals take place. Goals take place when one player decides, I can win this, and then makes the mistake, draws himself out, and then someone else take the space, and then cross goal or dribble, score, pass, goal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, our games are like every minute chaos. We don't need chaos every minute. So we need to chill, right? Against Man City, a team they try to target your chaos. Like, Pep deliberately tries to make you chaotic through possession football. So we can't, go to City and be chaotic. We need to be organized, right? Especially when the first leg's at the empty head. We need to be organized, chill out. We will have the ball at some point. Keep the score 0-0 for a large portion of the game, or try to score, right? We're gonna need a counterattack City. We're not gonna be doing up and down attacks because who's gonna benefit from an open Bayern on the transition in their own stadium? Manchester City. They're gonna benefit because they have the ability to just string passes here, move. So we can't be doing this chaotic football. If we're doing it against Leverkusen, of course we're going to do it against City. So my only point is let's stop doing chaotic football and let's move to a more structured game where we allow the opponent to be chaotic, but we're not chaotic. And we will be chaotic at some points, but we have to chill. We have to take control of the game. Our midfield it's too movie, man. You got Kimmich making tackle. He shouldn't have to be making last-ditch challenges. We shouldn't have to be conceding penalties because we went into no man's land trying to do something, and then the opponent caught us in a counterattack. We need to just chill out. Gee, we were 1-0. People forget we were up. We were winning. But then we kind of let them, start having transitional moments because we turned the game into a transitional game. Basketball game, and 2 penalties later, and we lost before an international break. That's not good. You want to win before and after the international break. Get the rhythm back. I'm annoyed, but it is what it is, right? Am I watching El Clasico? Is that tomorrow? Oh my gosh, today is Sunday. Oh yeah, I'll watch. Yeah, I'll watch. Oh, 2 p.m. today. That's fine. The lineups are out. Vinicius Jr., basically the same team Madrid played. Why is Tchouaméni on the bench? I guess Camavinga's doing well in that position. Honestly, it's going to be a good game. I think Madrid, this is the kind of game they would win when it doesn't matter, when they're like 9 points behind Barca. Yeah, but if they win, they'd be 6 points behind Barca. And then a freak result against some low division team, a draw for Barcelona, a loss, and it could be a different game. So, yeah, who did Barcelona lose to? Villarreal? They lost to, Almeria. What the hell? That sound like a virus. They lost to a team named Almeria, bruh. That's crazy. But all right, I'll watch El Clasico. But ultimately, we got 2 weeks to forget. Oh my gosh, I just saw a tweet I agree with so much. Who's the commentator? The dude with that hair. Hold on, like he represents Dortmund. I think his first name's Patrick. Who's that dude? What's his name? Bro, he is so biased, man. I've never seen a man sit there. Like, there was a moment where he said, "Oh, this is a foul from Davies." Like, at the end, bruh, he watches the replay, and I'm thinking, oh, of course he's going to say it's not a foul. The referee was right there, and he's still like, "Oh, that was a foul, but it was outside the box. It should still been a foul." I'm like, bro, Davies didn't even touch Frimpong. Nah, take him off of Bayern games. I don't need a biased commentator in my head. I guess that's what happens when you're not doing a watch along and watching a game with a commentator. I like commentary because I actually like hearing, like they bring up random stats and I'm like, oh, interesting. Like they literally said Bayern, first part, they conceded 6 penalties for the first time in 46 years. So I was like, oh, okay, interesting. I would not read too much into a preseason game. Wait, preseason game? Yeah, nah. Oh, City fans are saying they beat us in preseason, and that's, bro, come on, man. Of course, look, dude, we lose in preseason. We're like preseason losers. If you we lost to Spurs in the Audi Cup. Spurs, we made them win a fake trophy, a sponsorship trophy, because we're both sponsored by Audi. So preseason don't mean nothing, right? We lost the City. So what, bro? We have lost so many games in preseason, and then we turn it up when it matters. So, yeah, we're fine. Look, I think this result, it's not something to look too deep into, but it is something for Nagelsmann to come out and be like, hey, maybe I would need to play it back 4, play a normal system, and we'll win the game. Should be light work. Should be light work. So it's just, I'm curious. Did Nagelsmann do his interview yet? Yeah, Patrick Owomela, that terrible commentator. You retweet this tweet. Terrible. He's a terrible commentator, man. He should be fired for being so booty. Wow, this table is looking so interesting. Apparently, we're the Farmers League. Someone came in here and said, Bayern Farmers League. How can you lose in the Farmers League? I'm like, bro, like that would disprove that this is a Farmers League. Because we just lost. And we're the best team in the world, supposedly, right? So if the best team in the world can lose in the Bundesliga, then surely it can't be that much of a Farmers League. But I'm not liking the amount of goals we're conceding. I mean, 2 goals here, 3 against Augsburg. We're conceding too much. Oh my gosh, Leverkusen aren't even in the top 10 or top 6, so they're not even making Europe. Where do they go in the table? I'm curious. 8th. Oh shoot, they're kind of building. Damn. Xabi Alonso, fair play, because, bro, they were in 16th, 17th at some point. They were battling relegation with Schalke. So fair play to Leverkusen for rescuing their form. Do you guys think Xabi Alonso will ever be at Bayern? Oh, man. Anyways, appreciate you guys for watching. It is what it is. You lose games, you draw games. We've been here. But it's 3 points in a title race that's tight, which means, it's probably going to be 1 in Dortmund or one in Munich against Dortmund. So we can't go draw that game because, Dortmund, I mean, their run of games, they have Leipzig in the quarterfinal. Oh, shoot, that's a big game on April 5th in the Pokal. Huh. So Dortmund play us, and then they kind of have a, favorable run of games. I mean, they'll play us. If they lose, then we go on top. But if they hold us to a draw, then that's not. We don't want to draw. We got to win by a lot. We got to strike fear in everyone's hearts. Because then Dortmund don't have a Champions League to worry about. So our players could easily capitulate in the Bundesliga. So we got to be careful. It's getting to that point of the season where you don't want to think, Dortmund, it's them. They're going to bottle it and then lose. No. We got to take care of Dortmund and then take care of Freiburg in the cup. Bro, we got to do a treble this season. We need a treble. So, yeah, I'm looking at I was looking at Dortmund's run of games, but what about our run of game? I mean, we have Freiburg. That's a tough game. Freiburg in any scenario is a tough game. We have, of course, Man City, the 2 Man City games a week apart. Oh, has that always been like that? Freaking quarterfinals a week apart, bro. Why is it 8 days apart? Dang it, man. That means you barely get rest, and you got games in between as well. Okay. I mean, we have Leipzig to play at the end of the season, May 20th. That could be a big game if Leipzig pick up some form, and then Dortmund have a different. We could legitimately lose this year in the Bundesliga. We could legitimately lose it. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, Sun Mia, and peace. The biggest lie ever. We don't need any striker. I just saw that. Yeah, we need a striker. Maybe for a few months I was like, not yet, Chupo. But I think we need, even Chupo's injury record is annoying me now. It's like, bro, you're getting all these back problems. So, yeah, we need a striker for sure. You're right. But yeah, we'll see what happens.